And I used to have a fear of the dark, so ghost hunting was really tough for me at first. I'd always have my headlamp on and everything. So I sat in this building by myself. I told my crew, "You stay outside. I don't want you in here." And I stayed in there for quite a long time, in the complete darkness, till I got over that fear. And believe me, I cried, I screamed, I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" So, and I took my headlamp off. I didn't want to use it. And then I got over the fear. So it's always about getting over fear, right? So anytime I go into a big, scary place, I'm the first one in there, because I'm like, I'm going to get over whatever fear is here at the beginning of the hunt. And then I'm going to be great. And then you grow, right? So that, I think for me, that's the whole thing of it. It's the growth and the getting over fears and anxiety and stuff.
I do soul and spiritual coaching, so I help people work through soul, spiritual issues. Why are we here? And I operate a subscription-based website, divineenergy.ca. This job helps other people in a way that brings them peace and comfort to know that their loved ones are okay and that they're still with them. It helps them see that there's more to our lives than what's just in front of our face, that this material world that we live in, this short time that we're here as humans, if you will, is really just a small part of the big picture. And I think that helps bring peace and comfort and allows people to be more present and have more of an appreciation of what it is we do every day. I think it's important for me to work with spirit and work with energy because I can. And that's an ability I have, and I think it's important that I share that. I feel a responsibility to share that and help other people.
You know, a lot of people think that ghosts are scary and there's the devil and everything, but all in all, it's people who've passed that come to help us with our journey. And a lot of the times people don't listen to that, and then, you know, you're mixed up with ego and society, and you're just not enjoying your life. But you're supposed to live by the soul, which is where the spirit world is. And I think it's important to be able to have that silence inside. And ghost hunting did it for me. I mean, I didn't have a gift until I started ghost hunting. And then all of a sudden I could start reading people and seeing things and hearing things. So it does make a difference in your life.
I've had a few experiences. I think it depends how you define paranormal. My first experience, I guess as a medium, was seeing my grandfather who had passed when I was 9 in full body apparition. Woke up and there he was. Scared the shit out of me. So it's like we don't do that anymore. But also when it comes to our relatives and stuff, like I know sometimes I can smell cigarette smoke. And just randomly, and I know that's my grandmother, she died of lung cancer and smoke, and just for your own added entertainment, I smell that. But about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting on the couch, I just blurted out, "I smell cigarettes." My husband goes, "So do I." So there you go.
When I was a little girl, I cut my arm open on a hunk of glass, and I went to the hospital. I don't remember anything except for my grandpa. He was there consoling me, rubbing my hair and saying, "Everything's gonna be okay, you're fine." It's the only thing I remember. And then a few years later, I was talking to my cousin, who's much older than me, and she said, "Grandpa wasn't there, he was already dead." So that gave me the goosebumps, and I wanted to figure out, well, what was it that I experienced? Did I experience a ghostly thing, or was I just thinking he was there? So then I started going to abandoned houses, taking photographs and stuff, and I caught something in one of the windows, and it was a shadow. So I had to go back and recreate it, and I couldn't. It was, the black shadow was gone. So that's what did it for me. So when I was a little kid, I used to play at cemeteries and abandoned houses, and my parents hated it, but that's where you could find me. No dolls for me. It was all about ghosts and ghouls.
I mean, as a kid, I grew up reading stories, like the different mythologies and about the spirit world. And being in Canada, you hear a lot of Indigenous stories about spirit walking in the spirit world. And so it's always been there in the back of my mind. But it wasn't until I started working for the Haunted Walk that I really started thinking about the paranormal. Keep your mind open. I started out as a hardcore skeptic when I started giving these tours of these haunted buildings. And after a while, I just kind of accepted the fact that people believed the building was haunted, and when I stopped trying to logic out how things worked, that was when things started happening to me, in the sense that I just felt more open to what was happening, and I didn't just say off the bat that it wasn't paranormal. So for those people coming on who are the hardcore skeptics, I'd say just like listen to what's happening around you. There's a lot of stuff we can't necessarily explain away. That doesn't mean that it's somebody playing a trick. It could just be something we don't have an answer for yet.
Oh, skeptics are great. They keep you honest, right? So we take skeptics all the time ghost hunting, and at the end of the night, they always tell me, okay, I believe him. So, I mean, being a skeptic, that's your choice, right? And it's my choice to believe. So I tend to leave skeptics alone. I don't go after them. I don't get mad at them or anything, because I just want them to let me do my thing and you can do your thing. I believe Earth is hell, and when we pass, we go return home to the universe, which is a massive energy, which is all unconditional love. And so heaven, you could say heaven, yes, but no, I think when everybody dies, that's where they go. I don't think there is a heaven or hell. We're already in hell. I like the dead better than the living. I like humans, but I think I learn more from a more intelligent source than I do from people that are here.
The only evil I believe in or see is here on Earth in other people. But I also have compassion for those people, because there's no bad babies. We come into this world divinely perfect, and it's what we're taught, and it's the environment we're in that creates the bad, the evil. I think it only makes sense if we have a belief in spirit or belief in energy. I think we kind of have to believe that there's more to us than what we see here. Science has proven we're energy. Everything is energy. It's proven that we can't destroy energy nor create it. We can only change it, so water to ice, for example. So having that belief and knowledge as humans, I think it's undeniable that when our body ceases to exist, where does that energy go? It has to go somewhere. And that to me is spirit, and it's that energy vibrates at different frequencies, and it's those frequencies that I've learned to understand and be able to sort of translate into English. So I think you kind of have to. As much of the time I've gone ghost hunting, it's mostly residual energy of people. It's like a tape playing over and over and over again. So basically they're not there anymore anyways. It's just like a movie playing of them. So if you get up in the morning, every morning you go make coffee, then you go to the bathroom, and then that plays over and over. It's residual. It's not intelligent. Can't harm you. It's just what happened. But that's, your soul goes back home, right? So we tend to come to the people we love to help them, but we don't tend to go back to those places and haunt them. How do people become ghosts? They die.